Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of our program, Marriage and the Home. My name is Israel Tajomao, and I'm indeed delighted to discuss issues concerning marriage with you. The issues of marriage is one that affects everybody, whether young or old. At some point, uh, you are involved in a marriage. Either you are married or not married, your parents will be married, and whatever they do will affect you. And if you intend to get married in future, you are as a young person, I'm sure you are going to benefit a lot from this program. I want you to stay connected as we go on. Continue to watch and learn a lot about married life. Because when the challenges come, they are not always easy. And most people fall apart. I pray that your marriage is going to be strong. It's not going to fall apart. We started a new series, and that series has to do with building up a strong marriage. And we said that there are 10 components that you require to be able to build a strong marriage. So far, we have been able to discuss three of these components. The first one, we said that you need to build your marriage on a firm foundation. The second one, we said you need to build your marriage through prayers, regular prayers. And lastly, we said you need to build your marriage through communication, effective, regular and effective communication. Last week, we dwelled much on the issue of communication. We're not able to finish it. Uh, However, we're able to inform ourselves on a few things. We said that regular and effective communication is essential in any relationship, especially marriage. And we were able to look at four things. We said we were able to explain the meaning of marriage. We also talked about some basic concepts of communication. Then we talked about how to prevent conflict in marriage through communication. In this episode, we want to discuss the benefits of effective communication in marriage. Yes, the benefit. I think it's important that we know why marriage is important. I mean, communication is important in marriage. And then we begin to take it seriously. Because very little things that could have been communicated have destroyed a lot of marriages. So, but before we go further, there is something that I think I need to touch, I need to talk about. Because when we say we are communicating in marriage, a lot of people are not communicating at all. They think that they are communicating, but they are not communicating. I want to tell you that there is bad communication, there is good communication. That's why we say effective communication. If your communication is not effective, of what use is it? Then it will not be useful. If it is effective, then it will be useful. When it's not effective, that means it is bad communication. Yes, that is what it is. Now, what are some of the examples of bad communication? That's what we want to look at. Because it is very important. Like I said earlier, some people think they are communicating, but they are not communicating at all. Their communication makes things worse. So, one of them is that someone is not listening. One of the parties is not listening. And when it's not listening, that means the communication is bad. Is that the person doesn't understand, or the person doesn't want to understand, or the person, doesn't want to listen. So, and that is bad for the marriage. It is bad communication. You won't get anywhere if somebody is not listening, somebody is not paying attention. The second one is someone is not speaking clearly. You have to speak clearly in your communication. You know, sometimes you use parables that the person cannot understand. It doesn't give the communication value. Sometimes you use riddles. You have to come out clearly. Let the person understand what you are saying. Otherwise, your communication will not have any meaning. The third one is someone is not speaking the truth. Sometimes we communicate, but we communicate the wrong thing. We are not saying the truth. We are not saying what is really happening or what we should really say. And when that happens, at the point where the person discovers that you are telling a lie, then it will be a problem for the marriage. Number 4 is that someone is saying something hurtful. Sometimes you communicate, but what is coming out of your mind from your mouth may not be palatable to your partner, and it's going to hurt that person. That is not good communication at all. Number 5, bad gesture. You say things, from your mouth, but your body language is saying something else. Your facial expression is saying something else. Your hands, the way you gesticulate, is saying something else. That is bad communication. Everything has to synchronize. They have to go together. They have to agree together. We want to stop at this 5. So somebody should be listening. Somebody who is speaking should speak clearly. And then you should speak the truth. And also, you should not say something hurtful. And lastly, you must not make a bad gesture. Now, let's go into the benefits of communication. Before we go there, I want to take a quote from a renowned actress and screenwriter. What is said about bad communication. Emma Thompson, she said, and I quote, "Any problem, big or small, within a family always seems to start with a bad communication. Someone isn't listening." So that is her angle. It starts from small and it's a bad communication. Now let's look at the benefits, a few of them. Number 1, it will help to prevent misunderstanding. When you communicate, I will know your thoughts. I will know what you are feeling. I will know what you need. But when there's no communication, how can I know? I cannot read your mind. Some of us are very quiet and we are deep, in this kind of thing. We don't communicate. And when you don't communicate, there's no way I can know. I can know if you truly love me when you don't say it. You should say it if you love me so that I know. Yeah? Even when you don't say it, you should do things that will make me know that you love me. That is also communication. The things that you do, the non-verbal communication. Do things that will make me know that you love me. So, communication helps to prevent misunderstanding. That is number 1. Number 2, it helps to develop trust. Now, if we are able to take care of misunderstanding, then trust, we are able to develop it gradually. You can see how these things graduate step by step. So, if I know, if I begin to understand what you say, then I can begin to develop trust. Yes. When you keep secrets, you just refuse to tell your partner or your whereabouts, then there's a problem. But when I know where you go, you always tell me where you are going to, then I can begin to build trust. So that is it. Some of this secret can be a house project. I've had a case where a woman is building a house, the husband did not know about it. Eventually, he get to find out about it. And every time they'll be hungry in the home, she will say she doesn't have money. She will not want to contribute her quota. But the man tells her everything that she does. So that can be a problem. Not letting your partner know how much you have, that can also cause distrust. So, but when you know, you begin to communicate with each other, you begin to build trust. Yes. And then it takes you to the next step, which is number 3. It helps to reduce or prevent conflict. When there's confusion, when there's misunderstanding, when there's no trust, what will happen? You will have conflict. Because there's no trust, there will always be conflict. Yeah, that is how it works. You can see how all these things connect with each other, and then how communication helps. So it will help to prevent or reduce conflict. Number 4, it helps to improve intimacy. If there's communication, there's trust, the intimacy will be there. This communication, when there's no trust, it kills intimacy. But when there's trust, you're able to build intimacy. The bond, will be there. You'll be free with each other to talk with each other. That is it. When you say you love your partner regularly, You reassure your spouse of your love, thereby building a stronger bond. When you buy her gift, you build a bond, and the intimacy will be there. The person will feel loved because you are open to the person. So it helps to improve intimacy. Number 5, it increases marriage satisfaction. A lot of people are not happy about their marriages. I'm tired of this marriage. I want out. I want a divorce and all that. Why? Some of them are caused by little problems as a communication, lack of communication. But if there's intimacy, if there's trust, you're able to build trust over the time, eh? And then you become intimate. You'll be satisfied. You'll be happy that you got married to this person. That is how it will be. So it increases marriage satisfaction. Do you want to be satisfied with your marriage? You need to communicate. Like I always say, it is a two-way trip. You communicate, so that you can have a happy marriage and be satisfied. It limits negative influence from third party. When there is no communication within, one of the parties will begin to hear things from a third party, from a friend, getting advice from outside. I saw your husband here. I saw your husband there. If the husband has specified where he's going to, then the wife will say, that cannot be my husband. I know my husband, because there's communication. That is it. But when there's no communication, there will be third party, negative influence from a third party. So that is why it's good for you to communicate to avoid that third party problem. Yes. It encourages growth. When there's communication, there's growth. You will do things together. You will help support each other in your career, in your business. I've seen a lot of women, assist their husband in their businesses. I've seen a lot of men assist their wives in their businesses. Communications allow couples to challenge each other and grow together by sharing aspiration and supporting each other. Couples can encourage each other to grow. So communication encourages growth of the couple. Yes. Now, another thing that communication does, it helps the couple to, it fosters teamwork. Yes, there's teamwork. They are able to work together and do things together because they communicate, they understand each other. They have agreed to work together. In a marriage, both partners are working towards a common goal. Yes, effective communication helps couples work together as team to achieve their shared goals. There are a lot of things that you want to do together. Perhaps build a house, perhaps set up a business. Then you can work together as a team to make sure that the thing works. Marriage itself is teamwork. Husband and wife, they are a team. They must agree together. When they don't agree together, that marriage will fail. So you must see yourself as a team. You are on the same side. Yes. So you work together. Yeah. The last one I want to talk about, which is number 9, it creates a positive atmosphere. When there's communication, the atmosphere is positive. It is not tense. Sometimes you go to visit a couple in their home, you find that the atmosphere is tense because there's always quarreling, fighting, and then you will not even be comfortable. Imagine the children that you raise in this kind of atmosphere. What will happen? The children will not be comfortable. The children will not be happy. So, but when there's communication, you have a positive atmosphere, a good air to breathe. So communication is key, very important. In conclusion, I say in all, effective communication is very vital in any relationship of marriage. It requires both partners to be willing to listen, to share thoughts and feelings, honesty, and be open to feedback. When you speak, allow this person to speak. Yes, allow her to speak. Allow him to speak. Listen. If somebody is not listening, then it's of no good. Remember, there's bad communication. I want you to continue to communicate. Make your marriage a better one. I appreciate you for watching. In our next episode, we are going to go into the component number 4. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, look at the button below that says subscribe and hit on the subscribe button. I want you to share to other people. People are having challenges in their marriage. They need this information. They need to know. to help them build their marriage, to make their marriages better. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way again next time. Bye.